So hey guys, and welcome to the Spotlight. In this video we're going to be talking about a new company again. It's called Exos Aerospace.
Yo, drop the intro.
This channel is everything related to space. So if it's your kind of thing, be sure to subscribe. Just that red button, just smash that. After SpaceX launched its first orbital flight back then, it showed the world that the aerospace sector could survive as a private sector too. It showed that a single person could own the firm that takes us to space. And if you want to know why it's so important, check this card out.
Somewhere on the left,
Exos Aerospace is a company that is arguably in its sprouting stage. You would want to compare it to SpaceX before 2009. Guess what SpaceX had then? A list of failed launches that failed to make up to the expectations of its customers. And guess what Exos Aerospace's Sarge has? Any guess? A list of failed launches that failed to make up to the expectations of its customers. In the first launch, the GPS malfunctioned and the engine shut prematurely. The rocket only went up to a height of 28 kilometers when it had to go 80. In the second launch, due to winds, the rocket only reached an altitude of 20 kilometers instead of 80. And in the third launch, the rocket failed again, but due to loss of control a few seconds into the launch. But fortunately, the rocket and the payload were recovered safely. In the fourth or the latest attempt, the rocket suffered not one, not two, 3 failures! Yay! Mysterious. The first one being the rocket lost control seconds into the launch. Then it disintegrated into debris as it was seen falling after the launch. And the third one being that the rocket separated from the drogue. And instead of falling rather slowly, it smashed down pretty hard. Ouch. Currently, the only rocket under Exos' belt is the Sarge rocket, which apparently has no completely successful launches under its belt. The suborbital active guidance-enabled rocket, or the Sarge, is the only rocket under Exos' belt and was supposed to be an enhanced version of Armadillo Aerospace's Stick-B rocket. Well, so now since we're talking about Armadillo Aerospace, let's talk about the company. Armadillo Aerospace was founded by a game developer, John Carmack. The company participated in the Ansari X Prize for developing commercial human suborbital spaceflight in the early 2000s. The company later developed a series of suborbital vehicles. However, with that kind of a success rate, I wouldn't risk putting a human inside it. The Sarge is based off the Stick-B platform, which is part of the lunar space program by Armadillo. Lunar, I like space. The Sarge vehicle employs a LOX ethanol propulsion module, which produces roughly 5,500 pounds of thrust, which is roughly 2,500 kilos of thrust. Exos Aerospace potentially targets the market of consumers who want to develop instruments and experiments and want to test them in micro-G and zero-G environments. So their business model is now quite similar to what New Shepard does, suborbital flights to test micro-G equipment. And with their rooster of failures, I can only hope they succeed one day. And as of us, the people of the rocket industry, we know that we need to learn from our failures, a lot of failures. And if these people learn from their failures, I can guarantee they'll become the SpaceX of their sector one day.
We keep using SpaceX as the example of what companies want to become or should be. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit that red button. I'll say subscribe and check out my merch, check out my Patreon page and everything else. Just link in the description. Yep.